Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to SnowRunner. SnowRunner we're coming back to because it is such a great game, and it's also on sale at the moment on Steam. I saw it there and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to check it out. It's one of my favourite games over the past few years. It followed Mud Runner, which was a great proof of concept, and this is a great example of how to do a sequel based on the back of that. This is a scaled up version as opposed to instance puzzles. This is more of a pseudo open world where you can develop the infrastructure, build bridges, that sort of stuff, repair things to open up the environment, clear blockages, all this sort of cool stuff. At the core, you're driving sort of like big rig trucks through muddy and inclement terrain, snowy terrain, that sort of stuff, and the puzzling of figuring out how to, essentially put the appropriate amount of power against grip, steering, and navigating muddy and treacherous terrain with heavy loads. A lot of winching, a lot of craning. It's really inspired, and it takes an interesting concept that you probably would never have thought of as a video game and turns it into a really challenging and interesting game. Anyway, enough gushing. Let's start here. I believe we've looked at it in Game Pass previously as well, so I didn't check before I started recording, but it should be on Game Pass. So if you don't want to pick it up on Steam, go and check it out there. There's a whole seasonal thing as well where they add more regions, but we'll get into that when we jump in. But that's sort of your 1,000-foot view, quick overview. Welcome to Michigan. Lucky me. All right, cool. So off we go. So let's just have a look at the map. And you've got some sort of Assassin's Creed-y stuff going on here. So you've got these watchtowers. So the world is blacked out. So you do have to reveal it. So there is a sort of I wouldn't say mini game, but there is a subset of the main loop where perhaps you take smaller trucks out like this, and you go and explore the map. Go a little bit more mountain goat. All right, we're going to take off the handbrake. Looks like we've got all-wheel drive on this vehicle, I think. No, let's turn all-wheel drive on. So you hold left bumper. God, my muscle memory's coming back. Yeah, left bumper and X will toggle the all-wheel drive on. You can also get diffs and all that as well, differentials that you can engage. All-wheel drive, generally speaking, doesn't have a setback other than it consumes more fuel, right? So the way that the gearbox works in this game as well is actually really interesting. You've essentially got auto forward, but then you've got, what's this? What is L? You've got reverse, all right, neutral, but low is low gear. I believe is intentionally will keep you in low gear. You should get off low gear when you are on normal terrain. So essentially you rip it down into a gear that's more appropriate for the sludge. So you're not just spinning your wheels at high speed, because that's a great way to get yourself bogged. So your general go gearbox, which you only really use when you're on open flats, doesn't, it's not a traditional video game or even real gearbox where you go through, gears 1 through 5 or something, because that's not really the game. In fact, driving on these open flat roads is kind of the weakest part of the game, because the steering system lends itself to navigating mud strategically, tactically even. Anyway, off we go. Find the watchtower, so we'll sort of head out that way. Vehicle can take damage, the engine can flood, you can roll it, and depending on how much you want to sim it, I believe there's a hard mode, which is a little less forgiving. You might have to drag things out. You can reset your vehicles, but what that will do, it's really quite clever, is you can't reset a trailer, or you can't at least reset the load on the trailer. So say you're halfway through a big trip and you get your truck kind of stuck, or you run out of fuel or whatever, well, you can reset it, but you're going to lose the load that you're carrying, which arguably is the whole point of the game. So you can reset at a whim, and that's more of a comfort setting, allowing you to try different things. But when you're actually on a job, you don't really want to reset, and you might end up having to put multiple cars into the drink with it to try and tow your vehicle out or refuel it or repair it to just get that load back on the road. It's really cool how you sort of lean into the sunk cost scenario. All right, anyway, get out of the way. Uh-oh, let's not get stuck on this. Jesus. Let's go around that. Into the water. Oopsies. Vehicle damage, but so it goes. And this is your advanced overlay. We're not going to worry about that just yet, but that's how you can sort of tow yourself out. You can winch out. Now, where is this? Do you reckon it's down here? It looks like it is, hey? You can sort of see, yeah. We could refuel at the fuel station. I don't think we really need to. Let's go down this path to go get this tower. Probably want to avoid that. Oh yeah, she's going alright. Okay, you go park in the little radius and it should reveal the map. Alright, get a little bloody camera, let's have a look. Cool. Okay. So, upgrade location discovered. Right, we've explored the watchtower. What are you saying here? Mark your way. That's right, with waypoints. So there we go. So if you pull back, you know, we can actually see a bit of the map. And this is just one little instanced map. If we go to the global map, you can see these are part of all the... so we've actually got a shitload of regions now because they're all from the seasons. But I believe Michigan, Alaska, and Tamir, I don't know it. These are the core base. So if you don't get DLC or season passes or anything, you get these, right? And you can see these other ones only have 2 maps each. Oh, well, that one's got 4. That's cool. Anyway, so where we are, we're in Black River. So that map that you were looking at just before is just one of 4 in Michigan. And you can see here that they're actually linked. So if you want to get to Smithville Dam, for example, you have to find the exit on the world map, which I think is up here. There's like a tunnel. And you would have to go all the way out there. Now, when it gets really interesting is you might have a mission all the way out here at like Drummond Island. I can't mouse over to it, right? And it's like you need to bring bricks or steel, but there's no steel there or at the dam. So you have to load up at Black River and drive it all that way. So like, it's fun, but it's definitely time consuming. There's a slower pace. It has less of a dopamine loop to it, right? It's got a longer form. Okay, so what are we doing now? Notice that your tracked objective changed. Find truck. All right, where is that? There's a truck over here. Let's see. We can double back out here. Well, actually, what's this road here in front of us? Oh god, what's going on with my camera? Oh right, it's just part of this little bit of road. Let's see if we can cross country across here. Go. Yeah, perfect. All right, so let's run this road all the way down, and then we'll chuck a left. Oh, that looks muddy. Oh, careful. Okay, we're good. We're good, baby. Such a great game. All right. Down we go. You can upgrade the shit out of your trucks and all that. You can change a lot of the trays and the trailers. Like maybe not so much with this particular ute, right? You can put chains on your tires. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff. You can drop different engines in, put snorkels on them. It's pretty cool. But the sort of resource management of carrying loads, I think, is really fun. Okay, cool. So we could change truck from the overworld map, but you can also change from here, right? So, or I think you can. Change truck. There we go. Cool. So, handbrake. You can see we don't have all-wheel drive on this, so everything's different, and this is obviously a different type of truck with a fixed tray, but you can change it. You can change that to like a flatbed, or you can even put little crane attachments, or you can maybe, depending on the truck, you could probably turn it into a refueler, so you could put like a little fuel supply on the back and bring that out. Anyway, so where are we going now? First, switch to the contracts tab. So we're going to do Steel River Township, and you get a shitload of contracts, but it's just drip feeding them to us at the moment, right? So we're going to pick this, Old Bridge Reconstruction, right? So let's do that. We need to deliver to the Old Bridge 1 metal beams and 2 wooden planks. Okay, that sounds cool. Let's make that the active mission. So you don't really you automatically sign up to all these missions. A lot of missions you have to find, and you do have like an account level and currency, which is quite hard to come by. So like you might do a couple of missions and only be able to buy a trailer or something. So you can't just throw your money around, which is good because it forces you to think. Okay, so you can see here, we can go to the town stowage to pick up some stuff, and then there's the old bridge there. So what we will do is I'll show you the waypoint system. So for example, we want to go back down here to this junction, probably up along this road here, down here to the main road, right? Chuck a left down here, and then we'll duck down this alley here to the storage area back there. Okay, cool. Now, my tray sort of has 2 slots, but not all supplies are built equal. So wooden planks, I believe, will take up, I could fit 2 wooden planks in there. They're sort of like square, I think, or bricks, but metal beams, I believe, takes up the full 2 length. So each resource takes up a different sort of capacity. All right, go baby, run that momentum. So you can see that's one of my waypoints that I placed. Now you can go first person, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for the immersive experience. This game isn't strictly what I would say, like it's not about immersion in a first person perspective. Like it's still a game, it's very gamey. And the looking at your tires, like even the way that the camera sits like off shoulder, like it's, you see what I mean? Like the camera swivels about the sort of back, and I believe you can change. How do you change the camera? That's a horn. There's a way to change the camera to, it might be D-pad or something. I can't remember, but you can actually move the camera between the trailer and all that sort of stuff. So especially if you have a long trailer, you can sit your camera on the trailer rear. So my point is, first person perspective doesn't really work that well in this game. Not compared to a game that is actually dedicated to that experience, like a racing game. It's not a racing game. It's a puzzle game where you're sort of trying to check your angles and see where you're at getting through the mud or the snow or whatever. I mean, look, if you want to play first person, more power to you. But just to give you an idea, this is different. This is almost arguably not even a driving game. This is a hot take I've sort of said before as well. I know you're like, but Scarlet, you're driving. Yeah, but it's less about driving. It's more about solving environmental puzzles with the tools that happen to be trucks. Okay, so we're going to load this cargo from the storage. Now, the storage will have limited supplies in there. It's not like a generator, I don't believe. It's just got some stuff in there at the moment. I think is how it works. I can't be 100% sure. But if we go back over here, we've got like a sawmill, and this sawmill will perpetually generate planks. You just got to go there and ask for them and get them out. You can see like there's a trailer there that we could get if we wanted. There's our car from before. There's an upgrade up here, so you sort of, there's an exploring, collecting loop going on, another watchtower. So there's certain trucks that you can buy, but there's other ones that you can unlock by finding them. Oh god. And then I think there's a trailer. Look, there's a trailer right there, and that's got, you can see it's got bricks, and I don't know what the box is. I can't remember what that is. But like, we could claim that trailer. Which that trailer should approach it. I'm not interested in that right now. I'm more interested in delivering my metal beams down to the bridge from the beginning. So we just want to get on this main road, which is basically a right turn here. Alright, we're off to the races. Now, it might not translate visually, but I can really feel the weight of this metal in my bloody pussy, right? Like, you can feel the heavy... If I touch a thumbstick, there is a huge input delay, and it is really bum heavy. I don't know how else to describe it, other than if you've ever driven a vehicle before, or a truck, or something that carries a heavy load, you probably will understand what I'm saying. There is this sluggish feel to the control. It's intentional and it's really cool. Oof. Go baby, go. Now if we don't slow down, we should be alright. That's fine. Cool little beginner trench. But you put something heavy like this on mud and you slow down, then you get into all sorts of trouble. Because, you know, if you think about your sort of relative, the vectors that you're generating, or bloody, yeah, I suppose you could say, you know, your force vectors, the weight downward is a problem that needs overcoming. Now, is this the bridge already? Cool. So yeah, if you sit still and you lose your sort of forward momentum, you could be in all sorts of trouble. And then all of a sudden your wheels are just going to spin. And yeah, so momentum's big in this. And it's cool because it makes you feel pretty big dick. Like, we have to, instead of going slow and careful, there are times where you need to send it and try and momentum through it, which is kind of part of this world. You know, I grew up in a truck driver household. Okay, here we go. So there we go. Metal's there, but it's not quite finished yet. So we're gonna have to go back and get wood planks. Looks like it's telling us here that there's planks probably in this trailer here. And I think you can see it on the map. Here you go. Sideboard trailer, planks ×2. So we could just grab that trailer and bring it with us, or we could requisition some new planks. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll bring the trailer. So you can basically, and you get, you know, high and low saddles to equip your semi and all that sort of stuff. This has obviously got a fixed tray attached to the body. But I think you could rip it off and put a saddle on it. So this trailer that we'll have is just a hook on for the back end of this. But like I said, you can go like large, heavy load, semi saddles. I think you can be double as well, but I can't remember off the top of my head, which is where you would have trailers attached to trailers. So you'd probably have a saddled trailer on the body, and then a trailer attached to the back. So let's see now. There was a turn back there I should absolutely have taken. That would have been more sensible. Let's go. Fuck, we'll just go the long way. We'll go up and through the town now. My bad. I was too busy talking shit. That's fine. Now, our fuel's pretty good. You can see down the bottom there. We're only making small trips. Fuel is less of a problem at this level. And again, like I said, it's more of a puzzler. There is no economy around the fuel. As far as I understand, fuel is free. It's more about supply management. Do you risk not refueling? I can't remember if we can get through down here if there's a dirt bit. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. I mean, unless I want to cross country, but... Oops. I was trying not to hit that hydrant. Oh, sorry mate, got your wheelie bin. Yeah, just straight on, isn't it? There we go. Now, I probably should have just driven out a path to save me checking the map a million times, but oh well. This would be interesting, going in the mud with this thing. Oh, well, I guess we came up this way, didn't we? It's downhill. Can't be afraid, man. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it ride. Yeah, go. Go, baby, go. But like when you hit something at speed, it hurts the truck because, well, it's fucking huge and heavy. Alright, maybe we give this trailer a go. If only to showcase the trailer. Here we go. What's our turning circle like? Terrible. Fuck you. I might be able to get away with it and go through this fence. We'll see. Yeah, fuck it. What about this? Is that going to clip me? Okay, we have to keep that in mind. Nah, that's not going to work. See, like even this, looking at your own wheels, the front wheel alignment, pretty helpful stuff. Oh, let's get into low gear. Oh, actually, hang on. We might have a problem here. Oh, look at this. We're getting stuck. I wonder if I can tow cable the trailer from here. It's a bit weird, but... Alright. Attach winch. Oh, there. Hang on. Look at that. Hang on. Pull winch. Stand on the brake, actually. We'll put the handbrake on and winch it. That's interesting. That's clever, but that's my point. Like, it's all about working out these clever puzzles. All right, now at this range, release winch, attach trailer. There we go. Bang. Cool. All right, we might need to winch out the front if we can. We don't have a lot of options. Alright, well let's just give it a go. Handbrake off. We'll try low gear and see if we can just walk this out. Yeah, see my wheels are kind of free spinning. We are moving a tiny bit. We must be getting traction. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of traction on one of, you can see there. This is terrible, churning the mud like this, but we were moving. Alright, let's step it out and see how that goes. No, you see it sink back in, then okay, we might be in big problems here. This is cool though. This is showing off how this game works. Alright, so we absolutely can't winch to anything right now. The only thing I can possibly think of is we can try and pull ourselves sideways like this. So if we throttle on and pull the winch, we might be able to dislodge and then release. Come on. No, staying low, you idiot. Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, we've got a perch on our steering at least. Oh, come on, come on. Just got to get our drive out, because remember, this is rear wheel. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, step it out. Into auto. Nice. Nice. That was good. Even though I fucked it up, like, you know, we don't know if we're going to do 1,000,000 episodes of this or if it's just a one-off to show you the game, because I like the idea of doing overviews, letting you know that these games exist. We're always getting new people to the channel that probably missed when I looked at it like a year ago. And that's cool. My fuck up gave us a great opportunity to really showcase what this game is kind of all about. Alright. Now we've got some momentum. Oh, don't overswing like that, Jesus. You see what I mean? There's the two things of planks and they take up one little slot each. Fuck, what's going on here? Alright, let's go. Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. But sometimes you do like these river crossings. And the interesting thing is, now I tried covering seasonal content over the years, but because I haven't put in enough time on the base game, because there's, you know, there is a power scale, there is better vehicles and upgrading your vehicles. The seasonal maps are way more geared towards someone that has a better, let's say, kit, a better toolkit at his disposal, right? And so some of those maps, I remember one specifically, like it's almost entirely flooded out, and you just can't do it with like this truck in the scheme of things is kind of shit. Fuck, I've overshot. Hang on. Let's not jackknife this. Fuck, immediately does exactly that. There we go. There we go. Now we've got ourselves a spare trailer to take. Now we haven't unlocked the garage, which is sort of like your HQ. You can have multiple garages, and that's how you quick travel between different environments. You can move trucks back and forth between garages. New driver rank unlocked. Very cool. Alright, look at my driver profile. Look at me. And then there's a percentage of each area done. Got the little jobs that you can do, right? So it's completionist's wet dream. Find the garage is the next objective. So you can see over here, there it is there. Then we've got some stuff to discover along the way. 62% fuel. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, we can just save. We can just leave here and it'll save state, which is fine. But yeah, so that gives you a bit of an idea. I think we did all right covering off how this game works. Now, if you find this boring and a yawn fest, that's fine. It's not for you, right? And like I said, I don't get me wrong. I'm really quite fond of driving games these days, but traditionally I'm not huge on them. And I would go so far as to say you don't like racing games, driving games, but you like puzzles. You might actually really like this game. I would not actually say the target audience of this game is someone who's into driving games, traditionally speaking, right? So yeah, you might find yourself tickled by this because it's such an unusual concept, but who is the target audience? Well, that's the question. It's actually a little bit strange, but I definitely find myself among it and enjoy it. Anyway, check it out. Like I said, should be on Game Pass, but if not, definitely cheap on Steam at the moment. Great game. Let me know if you want to see some more. Happy to bang out some more episodes if that's something we want on the channel. Otherwise, might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.